그래서 맞아 좀 얘만 나서요 말.
아주 그렇다. 망금 뭐셔 그래. 쟤네도 공부지 뭐셔서. 야, 다 되게 실제로 미정하는 누구 쳐져도 강하고니 되게 로사를 대시되리 쉬고 유세. 다 대시되리 쉬고 제들도 나랑 라로 참아도 담장 짜시고 돈주고 야부여가 뒤에행이 몰람쇼고. 다 되네. 강의 찾아다 고름식 루기교는 게 나랑도 그 토모 많이 무슨 나랑도 배상아 너 윤영만 어디 있으요. 때 고르 제대로 되는 게 나랑도 조지름식이다. 걔랑도 급수 법어도 믿어 강을 법어 하게 돼 조지름식이면 조지름식이 라마 고만나 집에 여가 뭐보다 경우 유지지다 문진당 출범에 보다 맞지. 어디 걔랑도 구도 카와법을 믿어 강을 법을 들어보지 나요. 뒤인들한테 소체슈 간이제 라마실럽찬데 로마 먹을찬데 유베 담마찬데 숨을 뒤인들도 찬자 숨들 저어디 상하기 내도 롱지 찬자 숨도 뭐이 뭐지 내도 롱지 말해 라마에 칠럽찬데 로마에 먹을찬데 유베 담마찬데 어디 숨들 미 로마찬 미 주어상마 안기 담마 다바르 나조 발로 나게가 라마 트롬디 장만도 다가서 지게네 뭐주건 상다지 덤지 필 보자면 디낭다 최저름지 계속 거부 법을 써도 계란도 이내 배 최저름지야 대구 조금 배 당월 대버 대회 대버 예지 대버 쓰는 요다 대회 대버다 카카오리 당도 예지 정면 꿀난 겨와 셔도 저 템제 구승수 주어지다 라마질 법이요. 개바 동서에 라마잘 때내 중소디 라마스가 자 최저 랭나 테벨람데 년나 쿠르에 땡도 쓰인들이 저 최저다 소시 가인시네 대바 던져라요. 대바 던지는 좀 믿어도 가는 법을 렘부처상다. 자 렘부처 그순 간난에 뒤추신도 롬드 강으로 렘부처 강송거디 예뭐 저 시에메비 양만을 담보도 라마 띵주요. 때 세우실을 때는 라마 던지 주신 무슨 왕소 유르쯤 뭐 덤지 인념나 사비 메이스보다 소데 왕소 유르쯤부터 잡아 덤지라요. 대외 꾸내란 럼에 강수네 뒤서서 당도란 루스나 때는 대바티던 거랑 준준이시나 때 상상수 룹서 대바는 준준이면 럼에 치료에 주기마를 랑 준준이면 때 용해자면 기들 자샤고 지거든. 뒤인들잖아 최근에 담마상고 안기 담마상한 거 교회에 체질라는 거 제비직는 알아서 렘버스 투기요. 디케랑도 봐 소리. 지금 벌써도 다소시요. 대바팅이 쉬우니 아무도 망고쉬우디 대바티 꾸늘랑 레메 가슴 룩 어디 탕 되네 랑이 냠슬랑 베 준주찬데 니메 콘로메 체로간 걸로 비냐면 내가 지금 또 돌아가려 가고요. 이제 이내에 셔경하고는 생긴 요말 15년 생긴 요말 디신들은 너무 tel 배전시가 떠주만 공고르도면도 먹었지 먹었지 않으면 가서 좀 어디 여기 공원으로네 내내 무시 무슨 되니 된딩이 저주태가 출신 야버지 룸이 날로 쌍말로베 세대 공고 동세를 말씀을 양부 중행이 로하시고요. 다 띄워 십제 말하면서나 바로 제 십제감이 용지다. 덜 티잡는 게 덜지죠. 뒤쪽 상매 줄셔라나 더지 뜻이지.
So Rinpoche is wishing to Choji Rinpoche and all of the disciples of the Padmasambhava Meditation Center and all of his disciples in America. He's wishing Losar Tashi Dule for the new year, happiness, auspiciousness, and excellence for the new year for all of you. And Rinpoche is making prayers and aspirations that everyone's wishes are fulfilled this year and that everything good comes to them. And then Rinpoche would like all of us to Rinpoche would like all of us to remember that he has some advice for all of us. First of all, then all of us, all of you, and are connected to him and connected to Chögyam Rinpoche. Not as if it's, particularly you're connected to Chögyam Rinpoche, not as if it's a Lama who you've seen once in a while and gotten a few teachings from, but many of you have been connected with Chögyam Rinpoche for many years, and Rinpoche has given you many teachings and has created a center to support people's practice and more teachings. And so he's really taken responsibility to make sure you have whatever you need to succeed in your spiritual practice, not just, so it's not just a casual relationship that you have. And so Rinpoche wants to give some advice on this occasion, and in particular, that when we practice the vehicle of secret mantra, then it's the Lama is so important. It's said in the Tantras that the Lama embodies the three jewels: Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. Everything comes through the Lama. We didn't meet the Buddhas. Even the Buddhas were so kind, and the great masters of the past were so kind, and all these extraordinary teachings have been handed down in our lineage, and yet it's our own teacher, our own Lama, who's connecting us with all of that. And so the Lama, our relationship with our Lama is very important and very powerful. If we get it right, it becomes the basis for succeeding in our Dharma practice and gaining liberation. And if we get it wrong, it becomes the basis for catastrophe. If we get the relationship wrong and that relationship becomes badly damaged, then that we accumulate the karma to be reborn in very negative circumstances and even in the hell realms. So in our lineage, in the great tradition of the early translations of the Nyingma tradition, and particularly regarding the vehicle of secret mantra, then we have many extraordinary instructions, and many of you have received many of these teachings from Rinpoche. Some of you are doing Mundro, many of you received many more teachings. And the critical thing for this, all of this to work, there's three factors we need. It said Lama Tseden, Loma Tseden, Damna Tseden. So the Tseden here means he's fully qualified. You can think of fully qualified or endowed with all the power and blessing. If you have a teacher that's not fully qualified, even the teachings he's trying to transmit are very powerful, but you won't get all of the benefits. So in this case, you have a fully qualified Lama. It's not only that Soktse Rinpoche is telling you from his own experience that he's known Chögyam Rinpoche almost all his life and been his guru, but actually Chögyam Rinpoche was recognized as a tulku, an incarnation of a great master of the past, by His Holiness the Karmapa, and also by Dudjom Rinpoche, and he's an incarnation of one of the senior masters of the Drukpa Kagyu lineage, who has for many lifetimes been a great holder of the teachings. And so for sure you have a fully qualified teacher, and you also have received from him more or less, and eventually will receive from him completely, the fully endowed instructions. And we have in our lineage from the practice of the preliminaries, the Mundro, and up through the creation and completion stages of the Vajrayana practice and the Dzogchen Treksha and Tugyo. extraordinary teachings that can lead to swiftly to liberation. But the third factor then is you need a fully qualified student. And so the fully qualified student, the key factor, the most important thing is devotion, faith and devotion. And we talk about four kinds of faith. Anyway, the fourth one, unchangeable faith, is difficult until one has realization. But the first three kinds of faith, that's something very important that all of you need. And so the three kinds of faith are the faith of proximity, the faith of aspiration, and the faith of conviction. And as all of you have entered the path, you have began to practice and maintained your connection with your teacher and worked hard and created this center, then more or less you have all three of those. But it's important to really consider that and to cultivate your motivation, cultivate your devotion and your faith. And of course the faith of proximity is just your positive karma ripening, that when you have met Soktse Rinpoche and other masters, you've had faith in the Buddha's teachings, and you've been inspired to practice and maintain this connection. And the faith of aspiration is as you have begun to understand the qualities of the teachings and the qualities of the teacher, then one develops an aspiration to become like that, and realizes that one also has that potential, but one has to cultivate it, one has to work at it. And then finally there's the faith of conviction, that as one practices and studies, one begins to have experience and one begins to really trust, not just in an emotional way, but really having thought it through and practiced it and experienced it, and have a real conviction and confidence that in the teachings of the Buddha and in the teacher and in the practices that one has been given and is doing. So this is very important, and Rinpoche would like all of us to really cultivate our devotion, that this is absolutely critical, and cultivate our devotion and maintain a very pure relationship with our teacher. And so it's very important that all of us listen carefully to Soktse Rinpoche's teachings, try to take them to heart, and put them into practice. The Lama's word is something very sacred, and in this relationship, in the Vajrayana context, then accomplishing what the Lama tells us to do is critical to maintaining the energy and the purity of that sacred bond and the transmission of the blessings of the lineage. So Rinpoche is saying, please respect Soktse Rinpoche's word and instructions, and practice his teachings, and maintain, cultivate as much faith and devotion as you can. And if you do that, for sure you will be successful in your practice, and everything auspicious will come. And so Rinpoche's hope and prayer is that all of you can succeed at your practice, that you can do the preliminaries, and that you can eventually be able to receive the teachings of Dzogchen, the great completeness, and especially the teachings of Treksha and Tugyo, the two different divisions of those practices which we have in our lineage, which are extraordinarily blessed, and which all of you, if you are committed and stick with it, will be able to do, and will lead to liberation. But it's, again, Rinpoche is saying, now on this occasion, he wants to wish everyone well for the new year, and just give us a little bit of hard advice about what's really important. This is the essence of the practice of secret mantra of the Vajrayana lineage, and so please take it to heart.
We'll meet everyone soon.
And Rinpoche is also saying that he looks forward to meeting everyone soon, and until then, he's wishing everyone all the best.
Okay, so now I will read the other room.
Okay, all right.